Hi, my name is Sierra. It is November 1st, 2000 and something, and I am here to tell you today about my passion project. I stand in front of the camera all the time acting like an idiot with full confidence, but when I have to get serious, I get super nervous. Well, even though it is the first day of me telling you about this project, it is definitely not the first day of the project, as you could tell by the title of today's episode. Let me tell you what it is. Of all the things that I do, the doTERRA, the lip sense, the making up stories as I go along, the how-tos, and the friendships, and the goofiness, all of it. I do it for a certain reason. I'm driven by, I feel crazy right now. I feel crazy. I don't even want to talk about this. Why is it so scary to say this out loud? Let me get some oils, hold on. This is my Daydream Believer blend. Whew. Shake it off. This passion. I really don't know why I'm so nervous to talk about it. Okay, what it is. It's simple. I've told so many people about it too. That's why it's crazy. I'm not sure why I'm so nervous. Maybe because when you actually put it out into the world, then it becomes known, and then people everywhere know the things that you're living for, and you can't just keep it to yourself anymore. It makes it really easy to be a dream and not a do or a done. I've had this dream. Well, I've dreamt of things like this since I can remember, aka 3 years old. But I've had this very specific passion project as a dream of mine for many days, really many years. It first came to me back before I was even married. I was in an acting class. I even hate to say out loud that I act like I'm ashamed of it for some reason, when really it's who I am and it's what I love. I feel like if you have to say your passion out loud, then it becomes something that you have to be held accountable for by anybody that you've said it to, and more importantly, by yourself. Because when you say your dreams out loud, then you know that people know. So maybe this little passion project will help me to get my dreams done. I don't know, I felt like I was supposed to share it. I liked all the goofy stuff that I was recording and filming, and that will be the majority of what I post. But I think that it's important that you know the through line, which is the reason that I do all this stuff, is because I'm chasing my passion. I feel like God gave me the purpose of being a creative in writing, in acting, in making silly things like this. But even more so, I feel like God told me that I needed to write a script. There, I said it. I can stop being nervous now. I was in an acting class, which is not a scary thing to say. It is totally fine. And I was doing this thing where I was pretending that I was in China, and I was sewing up this cover on a Bible to hide it from the people in China who were going to be angry about it or whatever. I didn't really know. I was intermediate and just having a good time. After I had completed my scene, my wonderful acting teacher, Mark Pellegrino, who you probably know from Lost and Mulholland Drive, he kindly said to me that it was terrible. It was because I was making up my own rules as I went along and all this nonsense. It was totally wrong, and that's why it didn't work. And then I went and sat down, and he turned to the people in my class and he said, "You know what? You gotta go against the grain. Everybody expects you to do the exact same thing as everybody else. That's what everybody does because it's comfortable. But if you really want to make it in this business, you have to go against the grain. Do something bold, take a risk, do something that scares you." And as I was feverishly writing down notes of every word he said, I felt all of a sudden out of nowhere like I was supposed to write this script. It came onto me kind of like a wave, unexpectedly. This is what you were born to do. I mean, of course, there's lots of other things you were born to do. I was born to be a mom and a wife and an amazing friend to all of my friends because I am the best friend you could ever have, and don't you forget it. No, but seriously, I love my friends very much. Sometimes I treat them better than my husband. He knows it's true. I'm sorry, Jay. Anyway, I digress. I felt like this is what I was born to do. This was my passion project. This is the project that I needed to get done. Of course, at the time, I was writing a web series and I thought that was the project I needed to get done. But that was something I kind of came up with on my own, and I wasn't really praying about what it was that I needed to do. And then here it was, this was it, like, boo! This, on a silver platter, is what you've been asking for. Because I'd been praying about what I should write and finding something that moves me and being able to act in something that I could stand behind that wasn't full of filth and cursing and whatever. I like things with purpose. I'm sorry, but I feel like a lot of the things out there these days are just clickbait or something that's easy to get people to watch instead of something that really can move you and change your life. Not that my script is that, but anyway, I felt like I was supposed to write this script. So I started. It was way back then. I had all these ideas, which were, in hindsight, a little bit crazy. But I wrote it, and I rewrote it, and I rewrote it, and I rewrote it. And here I am, all these, however many days later. And I'm still rewriting it. When I started, I didn't know what I was doing. I had never written a screenplay before. I had written a few children's books and quite a few many poems. They're epic. I wrote them when I was this many. It's been a huge learning curve. There have been many challenges along the way. There have been lots of doubts, lots of times that I felt like I could do anything. It's been a huge wave of emotions, if I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I'm at this place now where I feel like I need to tell the world about it. Actually, I don't. I don't want to tell the world anything. I want to keep this little dream in my heart where it can just burrow and I can convince myself that I'm going to grow up and be amazing one day. One day is big when you're a dreamer. You always think about the one day, but don't actually think about the reality of when that one day comes. It's so easy to dream. It's really hard to do. And it's really hard to say out loud, this is what I'm doing. But, hello world, this is what I'm doing. This is just a brief touch upon the big picture of my little sweet passion project. Stay tuned, because there will be a lot more fun and silliness along the way. And then there'll be some truth and some seriousness. I really just want to be able to bring you what it looks like to dream and chase those dreams. And even show the ugly, which is the doubts and the fears and all the thousands of telling yourself that you can't. Now that I said it, I can be myself again. See, I can act crazy, but I can't be real. I hope these are all completed thoughts, because I have lots of ideas. They spin around my head. I like to say that I'm a chaser of dreams, but that's not what I want to be. I'm gonna become a catcher of dreams. I'm gonna become a catcher of dreams. I'm gonna say it with confidence. Anyway, this is me. Real, raw. These are my true emotions, which I'm putting out on freaking YouTube because that's the smart, exciting thing to do. Anyway, I sincerely thank you for joining me in my catching of dreams. So I encourage you, stay messy, stay real, stay raw. And until next time, keep chasing those dreams. One day we'll catch them together. This episode of In Raw Life was brought to you by coffee from Trader Joe's. Thanks, TJ. Actually, I made that Starbucks. My Daydream Believer Essential Oil Blend. It's a mix of cheer, because who doesn't need some cheer, balance, and passion. And lip sense. I have to do things in threes apparently because this mix is persimmon, napa, and nutmeg. Everything's better in threes. Thanks for listening.